is Travis Engel with MMA Meltdown. It is Saturday, February 18th, and we are at Fusboxe Gym in Broomfield, Colorado. And we've got a couple Brighton Bulldogs in this video, so it's nice to kind of go back in history. But we got Garrett Culpepper with us and his wife Shannon. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good. Garrett is actually fighting next Friday night. He will be facing Josh Goldberger, who's at a Colorado BJJ, and it's for the 170-pound or welterweight amateur title. Yeah, not bad. So how's training been?
Training's been really good. As you know, we do Sambo here, so I'm working on stuff that maybe his belt won't allow him to do, and everybody does BJJ, and only one gym does Sambo, so I have a heads up on what everybody else is doing in the state right now.
Yeah.
I feel real good. We've been working the fundamentals of what I need to work on.
Yeah. I've seen in recent interviews that you guys have been huge guys cutting all the way to 170. How's that going for you?
This time it's been real well. My brother is a fantastic when it comes to nutrition, and I take different pieces from what everybody else does here, and I just see it works for me.
That's good.
So, you can tell him. Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll.
You're like the old days, yeah.
Yeah, right.
When you were bugging Miss Jenner, when you were back in the overall stuff. Yeah. So, do you know any bit, as far as the information on Goldberger? Do you know much on him at all?
I've seen a lot of footage. I've been watching it, because some people post stuff on YouTube, and I've been checking it out. I know he has a really good ground game, and so we've been building our plans somewhat around that.
Yeah.
So I have a great coach, and he's been just do what I do.
Okay. Now, as far as being with a ground game and stuff like that, have you been working on like takedown defense and stuff with some of the things you've been working on?
Yeah,
or does it really matter if it goes to the ground or something?
I feel fine. There's no preference when it comes to how we train in this gym. We do it all. It could be against the cage the entire time. It could be on the ground. So we've been working in escapes. We've been working submissions. We've gone through every what if possible.
Nice. Now, obviously, you're going for the 170-pound title as an amateur, only in your third fight. How's that for you? It's still giving you an opportunity.
Yeah, I feel blessed. We had an opportunity last month, and the winner of that fight was potentially going to have this fight, and that fight didn't work out somehow. And so he called me up and let me know, and of course I sent it to my coach, and my coaches talked it over, and they said they'll give me the shot. So
now, some of the viewers that are watching right now, tell us a little bit about how you got into MMA to begin with.
I was just one day, me and my wife keeping real good shape, and we were training real hard for no reason whatsoever, and I decided, maybe I can do this. Maybe I'm an athlete. She's 10 times the athlete I am, so I said, if I can do it, I know she'll be able to do it way better than I can do it. So we went from gym to gym, and some gym offers a couple free days, and I checked them all out, and this was the system, and this is definitely the coach that fits for my personality, as you know.
Yeah.
So this was the place, this is what I call home.
Oh, nice. Now, as far as, were you a big fan of the sport, like even back in the day of voice crates or anything like that, or were you really even a
No, yeah, I used to rent those on VHS back when I was, 15, 14 years old, and I really liked boxing, and just wanted to get, like I said earlier, a heads up on what everybody else is doing, and this is a heads up.
Nice. Now, what was your decision to stick with Fusboxe instead of the guys you have all around?
I have a fantastic core of partners trained here. You've seen the win grappling tournament, Todd is undefeated amateur. I have Michael Sullivan, who can be real hard and be real serious, but also has that light side that I need to have, because I'm kind of a baby sometimes. And it just fit in the hard cardio. People come from other gyms to come in here and check it out, or we have a little exchange on someone. They leave here like, you guys are crazy. And I'm like, hey, that's the warm-up. We're not done yet.
Exactly. Now, who's some of the teammates and sponsors you'd like to thank?
I like to think,
your list?
No, I don't have a list. I'm an amateur. I haven't gone out and done everything. I'd like to thank Salon, a new do in Brighton, Colorado, for letting me go tan and keeping my crazy hair out of my eyes. This gym, obviously, my real intense training partner, Todd Meredith, Michael Sullivan, my wife for telling me to put that pizza down, don't eat that green chili, and just everything. Everybody in Brighton's been real kind to me. The bars, everybody, just thanks to everybody who's helped me get here.
Yeah, great. Well, let's focus our attention on your wife. How you doing, Chad? Good. Now, tell us a little bit how you got into MMA. What was some of the things you wanted to do as far as grappling your career goes?
My start was Garrett said he was joining, so that I enjoyed the type of workout here. Like I said, we were working out on our own in the gym, and it's hard to push yourself after a while, especially for really no reason. There was no goal in the end.
Yeah.
So the workouts here were great, and I could kick my butt. So we came in to try it. I had no intentions of competing in anything here. I was actually definitely afraid. But after a couple weeks of just trying the gym out and getting the feel of it, the competitive side of me took over, and I entered my first tournament, I think, within the first month I was here, and tournamenting ever since.
Nice. Now, so far as some of the other couples, you got the Zinganos, you got Martinez's up north, and you got the Birds over at Grudge. Now, how is it in a normal day of your guys' lives being married?
A lot of the gym is fight talk all the time. It doesn't seem like
there's normal talk.
Yeah, I don't think we really get away from it ever. And we both actually still work too. So, outside of training, we're working, and we're at home, like you said, we're drilling. We may look something up and find a cool move that I would appreciate for grappling and show me in the living room, or he helps me with my striking at home. So there's many times we go down to the basement and put the pads on and work at home.
Start going at it.
We never really get away from it.
It's not better than domestic abuse or anything like that.
No,
And
that's really a good thing too, is that if I'm really pissed at him, because many times we'll gear up and he'll let me just
go after it.
I get out a lot of frustration.
Now, I heard recently that you might have a fight coming up or anything like that, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm going to have my debut on the 12th, March 12th, against Margaret Bloom of Wyoming, so I'm looking forward to that. We've actually had a date set a couple of times, and for one reason or another, it didn't go through, so I'm really looking forward to
Is that an event in Greeley? Or is it
this one's here in Denver.
Oh, it's in Denver, okay.
It's a kickdown show.
Oh, kickdown, Steve Valley.
Steve Valley.
Nice.
So
how's that going into the cage for the first time?
I am so excited. Like I said, we did a couple of times I got to train up to a fight and actually be able to go through with it. It feels good to finally have one date and opponent set, and so far everything is looking good. And I can't wait.
Yeah, as far as, would you say grappling and stuff is probably your best style as far as being a mixed martial arts as of right now?
As of right now, I'm pretty
You just work on everything as it goes on.
Yeah, I'm very confident with my takedowns, my summer takedowns, and the ground submissions.
Anybody you'd like to thank about your journey?
Of course, my husband. Fusboxe and all my partners here, Maureen, Michelle, Christy, my coach, Michael Sullivan. Oh my goodness. And Big Bravo and Strictly Boxing have been helping me a lot with my hands, so I thank Rick there and Tom. Level Terrain Apparel, me and Joe starting a new local clothing company for women, and it's fantastic.
Cool. Well, appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. I always get got to show Brighton some love. So, well, appreciate you guys, being with me on Saturday afternoon. We're gonna have Garrett come back down here at 70 pounds. So, get him trained. Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.